Hello Airsoft friends, and welcome to this video today, where today I'm going to be talking about what I think is more fun between M4 or rifling and kind of sniping, or sniping versus everything else, because the different types of game style are very different, and I think that each one lends itself to different sites very well. There's different things that you can kind of like enjoy and get out of both sniping and kind of running a rifle, or I suppose SMGs also come into that. And shotguns too. Maybe this is more a question of what's more fun between like sniping, and CQB. Because generally speaking, if you're sniping, you're going to be quite far away, unless you're doing stealthy sneaky thing. Oh my god, my brain just is not working today. Oh my days. Sneaky pistoling as well as like, because that kind of like falls into sniping as well if you're gillied up, not moving too much and trying to do sneaky pistol things, versus running around buildings, clearing them, trying to like, you know, find the objectives and sort the objectives out, and shooting the enemy quite a bit. They're very different styles of gameplay, and they're also very fun. I started out with an M4 myself, and I enjoyed that kind of style of gameplay, but I ended up playing mostly at woodland sites. And there's nothing wrong with woodland sites. I think that for the majority of woodland sites though, the spawns are quite far away from each other, the games are also quite long, so if you've got a lot of stamina, you're probably going to be doing okay. If you're like me though, without, you know, a huge amount of stamina, I don't really do well at like constantly running around the place all the time. I struggle with that quite a bit. So in like large woodland fields like Reforger, I generally do better, personally in my own opinion, doing like more snipey type things, because I'm going to be walking to spawn less, and sometimes, you know, you can kind of like, if you get locked in your spawn, then you can just snipe from spawn and still kill people as well, which is always quite good. Although I'd rather not be locked in spawn, but you know, it happens, it does happen from time to time, and you've just got to make the most of it. Whereas with smaller, like non-woodlandy sites, like more CQB type sites, generally the games are shorter, there's less like distance to walk from the game zone to the spawn, so it doesn't really matter if you're going ham and getting killed a lot, because it's just a quick walk to spawn and then go back out there again. And that lends itself to sites like Mayhem, is very good for that. The games are always quite small, there's not really long to go to spawn, so you can kind of go ham with your rifle or your SMG or your shotgun and have a really good time. Also, this weekend I was playing up at Anzio for the first time, and yeah, that site is very different to anything else that I've played at before. The setup and layout of it is just really cool. There's like multi-story buildings all around the place, and I didn't use my sniper at all. I only purely used M4s on the day, and I had lots of fun. It was great kind of like going around as squads, trying to be tactical about what we were doing. We didn't really know what the objectives were most of the time. We were just going towards where people were, and then trying to clear them out, trying to clear out buildings and make it okay for other people to go around the place. And yeah, that was super fun. For the second day, I was using my Crytek M4, which was, you know, tons of fun. And on the first day, I was actually using my little Ares Amoeba 007, which I must say I was very pleased with. It was doing the business. I was getting like, you know, little sprays down on people, and it was super short, so it was nice to kind of like, you know, maneuver in and out of the buildings on, and yeah, just all around it was a ton of fun. And I'm looking forward to running this again in future, because it's super lightweight, ultra mobile, and yeah, it was just really nice and snappy on the day, which was great. But I do love sniping, and I think that maybe it's more of a, I forget how much I love running a rifle because of how much I run snipers, and I think it may be due to the type of sites that I go to. So I'm actually going to try and do a bit more M4 type gameplay, even if I do end up going to more like kind of woodland set out sites, just because I want to see what that's like. I want to kind of like re-experience that as I have done in the past, because it's been a very long time since I have ran my M4 kind of like setup, I would say, in a woodland environment. I'm always just like going to a woodland site, sick, I'll grab him a sniper, and then just, you know, sit back, take people out. But there is something really fun about being on the front lines. There's something really fun about, you know, clearing buildings and kind of like being the first in and clearing that path. It's really satisfying, I think, is the way to do it. And although sniping is satisfying as well, you know, when you get people, you know, you're taking people out from quite far away, you do feel that kind of satisfaction. That satisfaction. You know what I mean. You feel that feeling, and also it's nice when you like take someone out who was like pinning down a teammate, and then you see your teammate run up to that position. Yeah, you feel like you've definitely had a hand in getting the business done. But there's also that other feeling of like, you know, when seeing people running with the objective, you feel like as a part of the team you've done that. But there's also something really rewarding of, you know, being the ones escorting the objective, or being the one carrying the objective, because without the objective you're not gonna win the game. So I guess there's like positives and negatives to like both sides of the thing. Most of the negatives for the M4 type gameplay is like kind of stamina, I guess, related, and being able to actually physically do the things that I want to do. And if I was more like physically fit, I feel like that's a type of gameplay which I would be more inclined to do, because yeah, it's like super fun. I love like ammo management and kind of like reloading, and I just really enjoy that kind of, you know, that visceral experience of, okay, dumping the mag out, getting a new mag going, ready to go, and then here we go. Like, that is really fun to me, and I like the idea of being super limited on the ammo that I have. Whereas with a sniper rifle, even though I only kind of like run a couple of mags, I've got the speed loader and I'm always reloading my mags in there that way, but it's just not as fun. And I guess that in the same way that, you know, cocking the bolt on the sniper rifle like that is fun, it's just as fun taking the mag out of the M4 and then putting another one in and then getting ready to go again. So there's merits on both sides. I think that ultimately there's no right one or wrong one, or one which is better than the other one. They all ultimately give you different experiences. And with Airsoft, it always comes down to what you do more than what happens on the day with everybody else around you. Essentially, if you sit behind a tree or a barrel hiding the whole day, you're probably going to have a bad day. If you're sat in a spot sniping and you're in a bad spot, you're probably not going to kill that many people. However, if you're in a sick spot, you're going to be taking people out all day, and you're going to have tons of fun doing that too. But on the other side of things, if you're running an M4 and you're like on the front line and you're getting those like, you know, quick kills, you know what you're doing when you're like slicing corners and stuff, and you're being able to like peek and outpeek people and then take them out and push through forward, that is also tons of fun as well. And that was the kind of fun that I was having on the weekend, and it was just, yeah, it was really, really awesome. Up at Anzio, I was playing with Names Nico and the rest of the boys up there, and it was really great to experience kind of like being in a squad and learning some, you know, official tips and tricks, you could say, from Nico himself about, you know, taking doorways, playing more ambidextrous, which I was happy to say I managed to get, I think, 2 or 3 like left-handed kills, and that's something which I want to try more of, because peeking doors right-handed when you're supposed to be doing it left-handed is just a bad idea, as we experienced on the day. Sadly, I don't really have any clips for you on the day, purely because I dropped my hat at the start of the day, literally as we were walking out for the first game, and the GoPro mounts broke on my hat, so I couldn't have a head cam. And then I was like, well, if I've got no head cam, there's no point making a video of just face cam and scope cam, so I just had no cameras for the first day, and then for the second day I had a scope cam on just so I could, you know, look back at some kills and whatnot. And yeah, so here's a few of the kills that I got on the scope cam footage. He's hit, corner's hit. Yeah, I got like 2 pushing left. Blue's there, blue's on the other building. Down. One down one corner. I still 100% agree with the statement, though, that I always make, that if you're new to Airsoft, you should buy an M4 and run that, because there's a lot of aspects to Airsoft which you need to learn, and I think the best way to learn them is by running an M4. You know, just generally how rifts work, the science kind of behind them, and once you've got an understanding of that, when it comes to then playing with a sniper, if you want to go into sniping... Oh, I just got a message. If you want to go into sniping, then you've got that knowledge which will kind of like help you understand what's going on with the rifle and what you can do to make it perform better. Because I think performance of sniper rifles, cool, they really want to talk to me, don't they? Because performance of sniper rifles, I think, is much more key to the experience as opposed to performance of AEGs. As long as you can like kind of spray BBs out there like 30, 40, 50 meters with your M4 or whatever you have, you're pretty much going to do all right. It then more comes down to how you use it as opposed to, you know, what you're going to do with it. And if you're spraying at people and BBs are are kind of like not going in the same spot every single time, it doesn't really matter too much because you've got like, I don't know, 120, 140 rounds in a mid cap and 350 rounds plus in a high cap. So you've got the BBs in order to be able to, you know, hopefully take that person out. Whereas if you're using a sniper rifle, it's inconsistent and BBs kind of go around the place. It makes it incredibly hard to be effective because you've got no idea where the BB's going to go. So performance in sniper rifles is much more key and I guess as well much harder to attain as well. So if you want to have lots of fun, run an M4 and once you've got that knowledge, put it into snipers and hopefully you'll have fun there as well. But for the meantime anyway, I'm going to shift my focus, I think, from sniping exclusively, because that's pretty much how I've played for the last year and a half or so, and I'm going to start shifting my focus more into running M4s as well on the day, and hopefully having a lot of fun that way too. And I genuinely am looking forward to it, and it's going to be a bit of a different challenge for me, playing at the same sites I've been playing at recently, but running an M4 instead of the sniper rifle. And I look forward to that because challenges are fun. Huge shout out to all of my patrons for supporting the channel month on month. You guys are amazing and you make it so I'm able to carry on doing the things that I am doing here today. This month we're doing a giveaway for a Raven 1911 green gas pistol. So if you want to get in on that giveaway, click the link in the description below and become an Airsoft legend or an Airsoft royalty member. And yeah, you'll be entered into that giveaway, which we'll be doing at the start of next month. Hooray! Also, check out projectairsoft.co.uk. Tons of accessories and upgrades on there for you to improve your airsoft life. Seriously, there's lots of really cool stuff up there. You're all gonna really enjoy it. And join the Discord too. Link in the description. Join the Discord. Lots of epic people on there, and you're gonna love being a part of it. So yeah, join the Discord and make some airsoft friends. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. Remember to call your hits, and I'll see you in the next one.